Hi everyone, I'm Josh Woznica. This is my Ieor 190G blog. For post 21, I'm going to talk about how social media can be influential in our learning process. So, social media is something that we as millennials use each and every day in our lives. And we know there exist sort of different social media platforms for various purposes. Sometimes these purposes are sort of formally designed by the designer, other times they're sort of built by the user, and other times sort of by a combination of both parties involved. I, like many of you, have had the pleasure of using social media for many different purposes in my life. Professional contexts, personal contexts, academic contexts. And most of the time when it's used in these academic different contexts, it's sort of for one-off events or projects. Never before this class, though, have I actually used it as one of the primary learning tools in the course. So using social media for learning purposes suggests that it is indeed possible to learn in different ways. That's sort of the most fundamental assumption. We don't need to learn the way we used to anymore, where you had the master who would teach his or her student the tools of the trade in a very sort of formal context. But as a millennial, using social media for learning allows you to learn at your own pace in a place that's convenient for you, with a platform you're very familiar with and comfortable with. It makes you also reconsider the ways in which digital platforms that you might have certain visions of what they're intended for, how they can be used in different ways. So social media, which for many years has been regarded as a distraction in the classroom, is no longer necessarily seen that way. It's now a tool for active learning. It's a fun tool for learning. We can express our knowledge in a variety of different ways, in sort of ways we just didn't have the ability to before. We can communicate with our classmates using a number of different sort of group-esque style services. Think, a classic Facebook group. We can express our thoughts in brief forms via Twitter, share our thoughts on blogs. We can present, as we've been doing here, on YouTube, showcase images on Instagram, and much, much more. So, sort of in sum, social media provides a new way and a unique way for us to learn. I think as time goes on, instructors, both in the K through 12 world and in higher level academia, are going to learn and recognize that they really should be taking advantage of these technologies in a way that sort of helps students learn and helps students learn in the most fun, engaging, effective, intellectually stimulating ways possible. And I really look forward to seeing how social media manifests itself in the future in the classroom. Comment, let me know what you think.